Good morning. Change of plans. So this morning around 3 a.m. I woke up, and before bed I had been thinking about my shoes and how big and bulky they were and how uncomfortable they were and how nervous I was about going into Pennsylvania with them and how nervous I was to be doing the 4-state challenge with them today. And I was like, I'm being dumb and I'm not hiking my own hike right now. What I need to do is take care of the shoe issue. So everybody got up this morning and started packing up their tents, and I was like, hey y'all, I'm not going. I'm gonna meet you guys tomorrow. I need to go into Harper's Ferry and try and figure out this shoe issue. So the plan is that I'm going to head into town. Everything opens at 10 because it's Harper's Ferry. And I'm gonna stop at the ATC and see if they have any shoes there. They had a couple of pairs in the hiker box. I'm gonna try some of those and see if anything fits. And then if not, I'm gonna head down to the Harper's Ferry Outfitters. They have some shoes there. I'm gonna try on some shoes there. And then I'm going to head back up the road to the post office and mail these shoes back to REI and return them. I just can't go all the way through Pennsylvania with shoes that are too big on me. Pennsylvania is already treacherous as it is. There's going to be a lot of sharp rocks, a lot of rocks in general. And yesterday on totally flat ground, I'm tripping all over the place. So it's just not smart. And as much as I would have liked to wake up this morning with my friends and share that experience and, do the 3 a.m. hiking and give the 4-state challenge a good old college try. I also didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I want to take care of my feet. I don't want to get hurt. So right now I'm alone at the campsite. It is so nice and peaceful. It feels really nice to wake up by myself at a camp spot. Even when I was off by myself the first few weeks and the night in the Shenandoahs, there's always people around. But this is my first time waking up by myself at the campsite. And back home, I do a fair amount of solo backpacking, so it's actually really surprising. I was very much expecting more solo backpacking out here, but there's always people around. That's me hanging out with people. But it's a nice change of pace to wake up with the sun shining in and the deer grazing in the background and the bird songs. It's just nice and peaceful and private. I'm really glad I chose to do this instead. So I'm going to pack up here slowly, make my way into town, and the plan today is to do up to 23. And if I don't feel like doing up to 23 in these new shoes, then I'm going to do less. And then tomorrow I will try and meet up with the gang, and if they're still ahead, then I will see them the day after. I'm not pressed about it. That's the West Virginia into... No, that's Virginia into West Virginia? Yeah, we're going into West Virginia. That's where Harper's Ferry is. This is where the 4-state challenge begins and where Gadget Soap and Blessings took off this morning at 4 a.m. I slept in until about 7, and it was great. I am feeling some FOMO, but ultimately, I just got to do what's right for me and my body and hike my own hike. So I'm proud of myself for doing that, but you're going to have the inevitable feeling of my friends get to go and do this cool challenge together, and I'm a bit too beat up to do it with them. So just a little sad, but I'll get a couple days to myself and I'll see them in a few days. Now, I only have about 3 miles to make it into Harper's Ferry, and right as I arrive, all the shops should be opening, because it is about 9 o'clock, and I had a nice late morning, eating a slow breakfast and listening to some stuff on YouTube. So, a nice, chill morning, alone. Another flug. Hey, plug. goodness.
All right, we
We did it!
There's a lot of great campsites in Massachusetts.
This is the outfitter right here, which has
This
like
is the outfitter?
Oh yeah, this is the outfitter. General store.
Quote unquote.
This is my second time going across the bridge this way.
Gotcha. What were the other occasions?
Oh, taking my students across the bridge. Actually, taking students across the bridge.
We're walking along the AT. We just left Harper's Ferry, and there's a bunch of these little guys here. These are mock strawberries. They're not real strawberries. You can't eat them. They're not poisonous. They just don't taste very good. Alrighty. I'm with Becca. Hey! 2 Chains. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. And we are in Maryland. We're in Maryland. We did it. We are leaving Harper's Ferry. Finally. I think I was in Harper's Ferry maybe a total of 5 days on and off. And I went in this morning. I found a new pair of shoes. I'm wearing some Topos. And Rifle and Worm Queen are so kindly dropping my shoes off at the post office so they can go back to REI. And that was after we all grabbed some lunch and a little bit of sangria. And now we're walking. Me and 2 Chains are planning to do, I'll be doing 16, she'll be doing 13. Just going to, do you remember the name of the shelter?
Crampton Gap.
The Crampton Gap shelter. Taking it easy. It's 86 degrees out here. Just got an update from Gadget Soap and Blessings. They've done 20 miles. They are killing it. It is only 2 o'clock. So they are doing great time, and I think they only should have about 10 more hours of hiking. So they'll get done probably with a couple hours to spare, which is awesome. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And yeah, just walking by this beautiful, pure green, stagnant water.
I did see some light poop, I think, but
It's a shelter.
the shelter. Yeah, there's definitely light poop.
Hello again. It is about 6 o'clock. It's actually 6 o'clock right on the dot. And me and Becca, hi Becca, are pushing on. We actually had stopped at the Ed Garvey shelter, and there was like rain coming in and lightning and thunder and not many people at the shelter. We were like, you know what? It's only 5 o'clock or 4:30ish, but let's just stop here and get out of the rain and not get everything wet on our first day out. And then probably like 15 college kids came in, and they were very respectful, but there was a lot of them. And then there's one fella in the shelter that I think we were just happy to pack up all of our things and move on. So instead of staying at that shelter, we only have about 3 more miles to get to the Compton Gap shelter, I think it's called.
Yep.
Where we were originally planning on staying, and the rain has gone away for now. So we're just hurrying on up there. Probably be there around 7:15, 7:20, and we'll finish out the day, eat some dinner, and turn in. And tomorrow will be a much bigger day. Good night. Okay, so this is Gath's empty tomb back there.
I'm not, my GPS isn't. Oh yeah, here we are at Gas Empty Tomb.
Gath's empty tomb. No one has ever been buried there. It is just a big, strange burial site, but it does have a very cool arch and some very flat camping areas that we sure would like to stay at, but we are afraid to in case the feds roll through.
Oh, car.
Yes.